All right, so I got it's a 91 EXT LT gray, something like that. Yeah, LT gray. Arctic Cat 530 engine. Thing is in pretty good shape, actually, but it seemingly had been sitting for quite a while. So basically, the fuel lines, everything that needs to be replaced. But the biggest pain here so far was the carburetors. So on this one, and I didn't really think about it when I bought it, but the can't move that. Can't move that at all. And it's not the cable. It's actually the slide in the carb is completely seized in there. You can take this off eventually, but it won't slide out. It is seized in there. And so, and actually on this one, I kind of already probably wrecked it. But you know, I soaked these things in gasoline for quite a while just to see if that would kind of loosen it up. It didn't. I tried screwdriver in there, prying it up. First I tried it on this side. And obviously on this one, I damaged it. If you can see that. So this one is wrecked. The other one here though, I did a different technique. So both of these I had soaked in gas. Took them out of the gas, obviously cleaned them up with some carb cleaner. But the tools I used to get this one free was primarily this torch and some PB Blaster. Not that particular can, the big can. And then a little bit of a screwdriver here. And so I was able to get that loose. Tools you will also definitely want or need is going to be a set of freaking welding gloves. So what I ended up doing to get this one loose, since soaking it, they weren't budging at all. Let's see, is this warm? It's still a little warm. Was really to cook the carburetor with the MAP gas, and then once it was hot, I mean, you could see actually some of like the old gas, primarily on this side, kind of starting to stream out. This was hanging over here as I was doing it, and you could see some stuff starting to boil out of there, which was good. And then once it was good and hot, I took some PB Blaster, sprayed it in here on both sides. I did a little bit on the top as well, and then took my screwdriver, just put that in, turn a little bit, and it popped up. It got most of the way out and then got stuck again. And so while it was still hot, I pushed it back down and then just yanked on it, and it pulled out. So I'm gonna attempt that on this one. But since I did already damage this, the thing is a little messed up. Not sure it's gonna actually work here. But we'll see. If you were to attempt this yourself, it's obviously at your own risk. These did obviously have gasoline in them at one point, and then you're taking a torch, and you know there may be gasoline around as well. I mean, the tank's on the other side on this one, but you need to be careful. You know, clean the things off so you don't have any you know, gasoline in there still. Obviously we do need to take these you know, flammable stuff off. Need to take the hoses and little sensor here off. But then once that's going, MAP gas to the throttle valve on either side is what I was doing. And then I did do some of the housing a bit. I was also tapping it occasionally with a hammer just to see if it would loosen up before I ended up spraying it with PB blasters. So I'm gonna try it on this one and we'll see. All right, so got the any multiple bits off of it. So we will see. First time. see some steam, something burning off in there. Just seeing if there's anything kind of leaking coming out the other side. That's what happened with the other one. And we will do both sides. This thing will get extremely hot, so wear gloves. You have to have some welding type gloves, preferably ones that don't have a bunch of crap on them that's all burnable, like mine, cat hair or something. Look at that. You can see that coming out the bottom there. I just want this thing to be hot. This whole thing really. We'll spray some PB blaster in. That'll go all up in steam. Don't know if it really does anything for us, but there is a little gasket in the top there that hopefully we don't wreck. Not this thing hot. Hopefully it'll come apart. Look at the junk that's kind of seeping out of there. Oh. So loosening some junk up. Also, you gotta be careful so you're not torching stuff you don't intend to. This thing has got to be pretty hot. Let's give it a go. I do have a rag under there to catch any PV blaster coming out. I think most of it's going up in smoke. It's hot. I gotta be wearing gloves. And don't inhale everything. And there she goes. Ooh. Making some progress. Let's see if it'll. Oh, so this one got stuck as well. Now that could be because on this one I did screw up the valve there. So we'll shove it back down, and then we will just take it. It worked. 2 out of 2. Obviously, you can probably see that's still a little hot. Again, gloves are important. Not sure what was there. Looks like this is the one that pulled out earlier. Don't mind all the smoke. Nothing's entirely on fire. As you can see, I did screw this one up here. Maybe I can kind of bend it back and use it. That part's pretty hot. There was a screw, a set screw or something there. Or this right now, so that's I don't know what was there. Maybe there was a plastic fitting or something there. So I guess if you're doing this, maybe check that. See if there's some plastic something there. I mean, gonna need like a rebuild kit on these things no matter what. So honestly, this was kind of more of a last resort sort of thing. You know, I mean, you can see that this stuff was, I mean, old gasoline. This thing had sit for, oh yeah, look at that. That's not ideal. All right, so yeah, I mean, this thing is probably fully gummed up. Don't know if these carbs are really usable anyways. The other thing I will note is on the first one, I did start to try to heat down into the top, but honestly, I don't think you want to. That cable in there got bright red awfully quick, the throttle cable, and I think you're going to probably damage that relatively easily. So probably not worth it. Just the fitting from the sides and then the side of the carb itself. Get it nice and hot so it starts steaming off, assuming that you're working on something where it is just, you know, probably old gas and junk in there. That's just fully seized that thing. And then I don't know if the PB Blaster really did anything or not. It made me feel better though. Obviously you don't want to be doing this in a super enclosed area, but it seems to work, so it's better than completely wrecking the carburetor. So hopefully that will help someone out. Be safe.